Chengdu Hunters going to be going up against the Guangzhou Charge.
The only team that we haven't seen yet. I mean, Chengdu have had a very interesting off-season, as I'm sure we'll discover. Mostly returning from the eventual location that Fireway was going to be. Great peel from the Guangzhou Charge to keep their flank support alive, and they'll be able to maintain control early on with a leave kill as well. They can push even further.
Oh, Misha comes right back into the fight. Does take down Develop there. A little bit back and forth, though, as it seems like the Chengdu Hunters widely winning out in the fray so far. Rio falling low is going to try to make his exit.
No, Zari on the side of Chengdu to really support him. Though Rio's gone super deep, but here comes Choi.
Yep, Choi with his blade already finding so much value. Cuts down to his Monk and leave, exit the fight. Gaga now going to be taken out as well by Develop, the bot.
That's target number 1.
Yep, spotted him out, was not scouted. Gets a nice little early pick here to start off the fights. Looking for Unique. He won't be able to get it, but Jinmu is there for the alley-oop, so they still get the kill. A couple members of the Charge well into the back lines. Deficit. Gaga hacked off screen, down to a sliver of HP. EMP comes out, manages to catch 3. Choice A1 is there, gets the finishing blow. Tank now gone on the side of the Chengdu Hunters. Jinmu doing his damnedest to try to clean things up, but here's Choice A1 with yet another blade. Right in on top of the Reaper, and he will get 3 for himself. These have just been massive.
Someone has to touch. No one touches. We're completely even. Could this actually be a draw?
I have no idea how this would function. Everybody would have to step off of it simultaneously. But it seems like Chengdu Hunters might just have the advantage here. Rio now going to be antied into the bubble. The bot is going to resume. He doesn't even have to move, and Chengdu Hunters. Well, I am excited about this, though. This leave picks up the Widowmaker. So far, it's just been finding the shield of Unique, but Jinmu looks like he goes off on a flank, and we are watching the wrong DPS player, apparently, because Jinmu comes up with 2. 14 HP, and a Dream drops down, clips the wall, but does manage to get that Mega Pack. A little delayed on the Reflect to try to bounce that Bio Grenade back into Faraway's face, but he's just fully occupying this on his time. His way back up to the high ground safely, but the cart now makes its way through the underpass. There's going to be the Nano, the dive into the back, and Faraway completely vanishes in the blink of an eye. Jinmu carves up 2 kills for himself, looks for a little bit more. Will be able to take Krong out of the mech. The Baby Diva will not stand a chance, and it seems like that should be point B snatched up.
Oh, well,
Krong doesn't quite manage to make it happen and has to relocate the grapple off to the side. Krong now pursuing in decently deep. Grab does come in, catches 2, anti-nade goes out, and Unique falls to the wayside. Krong tries to escape up to the high ground. We could have wrapped around and grabbed the Mega Pack, but doesn't manage to do so. Loses out on the mech, now loses his life. There goes Jinmu. Let's see what he can do this time around. Krong, popping the bubbles, trying to keep himself alive. So far is not going to die, but as everybody else collapses in on top of the Zarya, he does fall to the wayside. Jinmu cleans up 2, gets both supports, gets the Widowmaker for good measure, and Chengdu will get the finish here on Dorado with 1 minute and 8 seconds to spare. Yep, they do get that pick, and obviously merciless comp here for the side of the Chengdu Hunters. Merciless comp for the side of the Charge, as Unique is going to get picked right out of the sky. Jinmu just dashes through, finds that elimination. Josewan now going to be alone up in the air. And he's starting to get tagged low, and here comes the blade now from Jinmu. Krong already going to fall. Jinmu chasing forward. Just narrowly gets the kill there on a Faraway. He ends up falling down in that fight. Sticky bombs out, but Choice A1 taken out of the sky. Krong will find Monk.
He's not using the
skirmish continues. Gaga playing low, and he, oh man, flew a little too close to the sun. Maybe he thought he was going to be able to pop it there at the very last second. Ends up dying. Cart now advancing into the...
And there it is, the Primal to follow.
Yep, they do have the recontest. And Jinmu, he finds Unique. Farway's gone. There's no support to the fight. Monk does fall here on the side of the Chengdu Hunters, but Leave is just clicking heads. Gets those choice they want, and now it's just Krong. He will die. With 10 seconds left to go, it seems that this last second contest from the Chengdu Hunters has paid dividends.
Yep, this doesn't look like a final push will happen at all. Unique gets taken down. Choi would love to use his ultimates, but the time will run out, and the Guangzhou Charge, confused, except for Nisha, starting on the Brigand step.
Keeping tabs on some of these flank position members of the Guangzhou Charge up on that high ground, pushes through the hotel now. Tries to get the Helix rockets down to far away. Go wide though. He's managed to make a connection.
Oh, Jimmy got a big flank.
Further behind Develop now as far as building up the ult is concerned, and Develop is actually going to get the better of him. Catches him in the head, and now with the supports gone, Jinmu, he will dive into the back. He will find far away, but he is very throwing out those shurikens. Hasn't fully committed in yet, but it's already 2 ticks snatched up here for the side of the Chengdu Hunters.
Leave asleep.
Dive in on top of Leap. They do manage to find that elimination. Now it's going to be the Nano Boost out on the choice A1. Finds Nisha, and so far away is the only casualty on the side of the Guangzhou Charge. Seems like they will be able to clean up the rest of the squad. Finally, not going to find anything. Jinmu now has the Dragon Blade and the Nano Boost rolling. Dashes back over to Krong. He's going to get caught up in the grab, but there's no one there to try to capitalize on this pinned Genji.
Oh, choice.
They1 now falling low, dashes in, still manages the trade up, gets a kill there onto Monk. Jinmu falling as well. It's going to be the man advantage here for the side of the Guangzhou Charge, but they have to pull back away. Sound Barrier comes out. That's a solo beat for Unique. It's instantly grabbed up. Delp charging forward here with Attack Visor, tries to get up into the face of Leaf, but the bubbles come through from Daisy. They help keep him alive, and Daisy claims 2 kills. The point will get capped by Chunk.
Campaign of the Genji. Choice of ones managed to get the back. Beautiful execution on Monk. That'll be the 5v4 again.
He's looking for a little bit more. Push back there on the Nisha, but he still manages to get right on top of the Lucio. Takes down both of those supports. I see, again, finding a singular kill here onto Develop, but he's going to be...
It's about a perfect stagger there, Achilleos, because you kill the last player just as the first one respawns. Jinmu now, it's late time for him.
Yep, gets the kill there onto Krong. Develop trying to utilize his Nano Boost, but because of that blade, wasn't really able to get into position for it, but the Helitron gets flying to the back. They do manage to find Nisha with that kill, but the supports are taken down just as quickly on the side of the Guangzhou Charge. As Jinmu dashes in.
Versus everything from Charge, Develop goes in first.
Okay, all right, I think Monk just not realizing that there was a ninja right behind him. Ends up falling. Choice A1 gets a nice early pick. Sound Barrier from Nisha in response to try to continue to propel the Hunters forward. Leave is going to be good for 1 more kill with the Attack Visor. Now just run out, though. Develop picks up Jinmu. Anti-Nade slowing them up just a little bit, but they do buy a good amount of space, and they can bring the cart around this last corner.
There it is.
Shot. One's not going to connect, but yep, Nano Blade does come through. Puts himself right underneath everybody on the side of the Chengdu Hunters. Choice A1 comes up with 2. Unique going to be the only casualty here on the side of the Charge. It's very fantastically won fight here for Guangzhou. Right in the 11th hour.
They've typically kind of struggled in the early phases of points, but they've succeeded later on. So can they do that again? Yes, so far.
Jinmu, blade of his own, far away, taken down. Krong with nowhere to go, ends up getting picked as well, but Choice A1 Develop are putting in some work. They do manage to find 2 picks. Leave and Monk have fallen, but the cart is not being contested, and it will glide through crucially with 1.1 seconds remaining, Avril. Here comes the Bob, right into the back of the point. And the Sleep will come through. I actually think the Bob might have gone too far, so he's not really contesting it, but either way.
As well.
Yeah, whiff shots there from Develop. They pursue deep. Nisha gets right on top of the rally, rolling, finishes him with a whiff shot. Finishes off far away with the little knockback there on the shield bash. Chengdu Hunters have managed to stabilize.
I think the Nisha break pick is actually really good.
Tap in. Nisha falling low. Selfin from 2 sides there. Does manage to stay alive. Leave with the dynamite. Will get Developed off screen. Because they want right up into his face with the Sound Barrier shield there to back him up. There's some additional kills, but Krong has now fallen. The cap is so close to coming in, just 5.2% left to go here for the side of the Charge. They get this point A, but they're starting to lose members. Choice A1 gone, Unique is dead, and yet again, Chengdu Hunters barely managed to hold on to this. They deny the cap from coming in, and now it's just 12 seconds remaining. Over towards Develop, gets a little bit of damage onto him, but has to relocate as that infrasight is rolling. Develop looking for a target.
Big nade.
That the deflect is rolling. He gets a great little dink there. Helps take down Daisy. Low HP here on both of these DPS players, but they don't stay on the point.
Who was
they
alive?
Can't contest
who was
it any longer?
Who was alive? I think they were losing anyway, but somebody's got to make the attempt happen. They look like they were on the. They look like they were